That's it.
Any changes in your team today?
We have one change. We are bringing in one spinner and one fast bowler will be resting today.
All the very best tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
So the news from the centre here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium is that captain of Baawan winning the toss and making that decision of batting first. They got the opportunity for the first time and they will be batting.
Baawan winning the toss and deciding to bat first. They haven't got the points on the board in this competition. They have an opportunity to finish on a high. They're playing for the wooden spoon at the moment. But more importantly, pride. Can they spoil someone's party? We'll have to remain and see. But at the moment, they're up against a side that have looked very good in the competition. Masters Cricket Club. We've seen some wonderful cricket take place here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium some time back. We saw the Bangla Tigers put up an inspirational performance in the middle, come from behind victory to give themselves a realistic chance of making it to the quarterfinals. Huge win by 65 runs now puts them at number 2 in that group of theirs. And at the moment, the idea is to get as many wins and big wins as well. And after completing the toss, quickly running up and joining me in the comm box, Devinder Kumar. He's been doing the hard yards this evening.
Good evening, Mikhail, and it's been a bright evening as well, watching the way Kadir played in the first match. But Baawan, a couple of changes in the unit, bringing in some quality players in the side as they were available to be picked for this particular game. Ibrahim leading the side, Noman Butt, got Ashar, Ushman Riaz, Fejan, Sarang Khalid Mohammad. They got Mohammad Shoaib, Shaud Khalim, Ushman Khan, Tahir Mubarak and Vinith Vijayan. That's the team, Baawan 11, looking to rectify their batting performance in this contest. And that's a master cricket club. Winning one, losing one, looking to win this one and qualify into the quarterfinals. That's the team. Kadir Mohammad at the top of the order. They got Ali Muhadar. Tabrij was outstanding with his variations, taking 3 wickets the other day. And Faisal Mohammad, Khalid Adnan also has been contributing with bat and ball. Waqasullah, Murad Ali, Rahatullah, Sajid Mohammad and Abdul Razak. That's the team. Plenty of spin options and fast bowling options as well.
Field restrictions will be in play for the first 3 overs. We're all set for ball number 1. Two fielders positioned in the boundary ropes, a long on and a deep mid wicket. The rest inside the 30-yard circle. Kadir to open proceedings for Masters.
And they need inspirational performance in the batting department. Some attacking shots, thinking about getting to 110. That was the objective. That's what Ibrahim also told me at the toss as well. They want to get 110 plus on this wicket and with the possibility of variable bounce. And that's how they want to enforce a victory and stand a little chance of qualifying for the quarterfinals as well.
Edge towards third man. We've seen the ball do a bit under lights. Tabriz, what an evening he had a couple of nights ago. A maiden wicket, 3 wickets in the match. Walked away with the player of the match award as well. We live for moments like this, Devinder.
At the approaching 50, but still active on the cricket field, and his variations quite difficult to detect. Most of they got slip in position now, and gully as well.
Tossed up, this time driven down the ground towards the extra cover region. It's the placement that'll need special mention over here. Once it was in that area, it was dispatched.
Confidence about the bounce in this particular surface. What it does, he pitches it up, and with the swing, has hammered it, slaughtered it to the boundary through the extra cover for 4. Ooredoo presents QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022, match number 18. Beautiful delivery. Was there an opportunity? Bowler is not happy at all. Kadir wants better effort from the keeper.
Early in the day, we saw Bangla Tigers throwing themselves on the field, taking some spectacular catches, screamers in the middle. The ground fielding also was good, and that's exactly what Masters will need to do. Gives the charge this time. He's put that away. But the ball just drops and does not move. They complete 2 runs.
Not quite getting it from the center of the blade, looking to pump that ball over the top of the man at the extra cover. was successful in lobbing it over the top of that fielder, but not traveling to the boundary, not quite getting it from the center of the blade. Still persisting with slip and man, third man up in the circle.
Very good running. Shied the stumps, a direct hit. That would have been curtains to stay in the middle. But they're taking their chances. Kadir should have collected that and tried to dislodge the bails as well.
A challenge for the fielder with just 1.5 stump visible from that position. And a run out at this stage would have given them massive boost in the fielding department.
Goes big this time, goes high. There was the fielder in that position, and it's taken. This is very good captaincy. Bari with that catch over there. The batsman went for glory, couldn't quite get the sweet spot of the bat, and departs.
Yeah, trying to get the score in the vicinity of 120 to stand any chance of qualification. Had to go for a big booming shot with the field restrictions available, finding one of the fielder available on the boundary, perfectly picking the fielder. Couple of yards to right and left would have traveled to the boundary. A wicket in the first over, a contrasting over, conceding 8 and taking wicket as well. Noman, the batsman, out for 8. Caught Shajid off the bowling of Kadir Ali.
Great captaincy as well to position a fielder at deep mid-wicket in the very first over. Pretty much indicates how well the captain knows his bowlers and the kind of feel he needs for them as well.
And also the mindset of the opposition team as well. Early on in the first over, they know that they need to win by big margins, so they will play some outrageous shots as well. Faizan walks to the crease. 35 runs in this tournament so far in 2 matches. And this Ooredoo presenting QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022, powered by Elite Sports. Tabriz has been introduced into the attack from the industrial street end. Was simply outstanding in previous outing, taking 3 wickets from single over and bowling maiden as well, and expectation of taking wicket in the first over. They've been able to take wicket in the first over. Can he strike in his first over, Tabriz? 5 wickets already.
Very impressive, and is very particular about his field. He sets for himself. He's got the backing of the captain and the bowlers and the fielders, beg your pardon. What an outing he's having here. Gentle loosener to begin with.
Different day, different start for Tabriz. Tremendous figures in the previous match. Starts with a wide down the leg side. So what's the field? On the onside, they got men at the square leg position on the boundary, and fine leg is also on the boundary on the onside.
Flicks it down. We have just got some pad on that. They'll take a single.
And searching for the delivery that comes back into the right hand better. Just drifting down the leg side. With protection on the boundary at the square leg and fine leg region, the concentration would be on getting that in swing going. Left arm bowler swinging back into the right hander from Wasim Akram, Nathan Bracken, Trent Bolt.
Nicely bowled once again. Talk about that shape he gets into the right-handed batter, getting an inside edge this time.
And also the length. Just drawing the it needed footwork forward press to play that ball. It's not just hanging at the crease and hence getting the inside edge.
And that's why any youngster watching, it's not about the pace on most occasions. It's about just finding the right length and getting that ball to do something from there on.
Great awareness about where the fielders are, also the areas that he wants to operate, also the limitation of his physical ability to execute the game plans.
Shot this time down the leg side. He's just been straying down that leg side this evening.
need to bring about change in the fielding as well, and the field set, because he's making this conscious effort to bring everything back into the right-hander, hence losing the radar in the process as well. Maybe by having one fieldsman maybe at the squarest position rather than the final position could bring about that change.
Tabriz needs to understand that he has an offside field. Slip pushing back to short third man now. Much better this time around.
And they will take a single as well. So focus in the first few deliveries, focus was on getting the batsman out, bowled or LBW, by bringing the ball back into the right-handers, losing shape a bit and then eventually settling for the delivery that leaves the right-hand batter. "13 for 1.
Oh, you miss, I hit. This is what he's been trying for a while, Tabriz. And finally, he finds timber as well. Playing across the line, Faizan has to walk back.
In two mind whether to play it forward or back, and then looking to play across the line. Excellent length. First thing first, line and length. Combination of that line and length, and then quicker delivery. Just skidding off the surface, going on to hit the leg stump. Bails off, and a wicket in the first over for Tabriz as well. It's 13 for 2. Off to a brilliant start with ball in hand. The Masters Cricket Club in the struggle at the top of the order for Faizan, out for 1, and it is 13 for 2.
What a sight that is for any bowler, to see the timber being disturbed, to see the wickets being dislodged. And Tabriz can time and again do it. It's been a mixed bag of an over. He's conceded few wides, but he's come back well.
It's a delightful scene watching the ball hitting the stumps, and also the sound of ball clattering onto the stumps, but a disturbing thing for a batsman. It stays in their head, the sound, disturbance of the ball hitting and breaking the stumps, and it plays in their mind as well. So it's a mental play as well, erasing that memory of getting out bowled.
Fine start once again by Tabriz. 3 wickets in his previous game, 6 in the tournament so far. Tahir is the new man in. Baawan have just not got going in this tournament.
The man from the point region, from the boundary, coming inside the circle, and is stationed at the short cover position on the offside for that uppish drive through the offside.
Once again, he's getting the ball to move, this time into the left-handed batter. Tabriz is mixing it up really well.
Third man is on the boundary for a left-handed batter. The man at the backward point, man at the point, man at the short cover as well. 55 yards through the offside, the boundary rope. More changes inflicted by the captain in conversation with the bowler. He wants to make sure that every fielder is positioned at exactly the point where he wants. Precision in field setting. Into the gap through the offside. Just opening the face of the bat and thumping it. And ball travels all the way to the boundary for 4.
It's a very fast outfield. 3 fielders giving chase. All of them had to give up on that. This time they were playing along the carpet on the offside, and once he got bat onto it, that was travelling. Just making room for himself over there, just clearing his foot as well, and chopped it towards the offside region to complete the second over, 17 for 2.
So where they are in the points table, the Baawan languishing at the bottom of the Group B with a negative net run rate of minus 2.95, and Sirex CC in 2 matches gathering 2 points with a negative net run rate of minus 0.35. Masters Cricket Club sitting pretty at the moment, 0.75. A win, a proper win, will take them through to the quarterfinals.
Yes, all Masters need to do is put across a nice win, get home comfortably, and they are through to the quarters. Kadir to continue. A wicket for him in the first over.
Looking to guide the ball through the offside. Chance here, direct hit. Is there a wicket? We'll have to wait. Oh, yes, he's given out. He's given him out. Wicket through run out. Just one stump visible. But what a throw.
Poor running, straight into the fielder's hands. And they go for a single. There was never a run in that. Playing with soft hands. Yes, no. A little bit of confusion there. Nice, very good, accurate throw. One stump to aim at. And it's bullseye for the fielder. And wicket number 3 falls for Baawan. And their story is well documented in the middle. Not just in this game, all through the competition. They've just not been able to get the runs on the board. 17 for 3.
Catastrophe, calamity at the top of the order. 17 for 3. Forgettable experience in batting department for the team. Baawan, after winning the toss and batting first, losing early wickets.
What a start this for Masters. They've been asked to field first, and Baawan have just played into their hands this evening, gifting them wickets, not showing any kind of resistance. Baawan at the bottom of the points table. We saw what a team in the evening, early in the day, could do, being at the bottom of the points table.
Spirited performance, inspirational performance from Bangla Tigers. Batting with a lot of liberty, topper taking the responsibility of posting a huge total after getting off to a good start. Khalid making sure they took the team, scoring 89 in the process of getting to 129 for 1. A complete batting performance, and then bowlers were outstanding, and so was the catching.
What an innings by Kabir. Mia Dulon, 89 in 38 deliveries, 7 sixes, 7 fours, a strike rate of 234, and that's what Baawan need, a maverick in the middle.
Can they summon one?
Most batters we've seen have shuffled a lot inside that crease just to find an angle or maybe negate that delivery on the offside and play along the onside. Davi, is that a good idea?
It's understandable if you are batting the last few overs, trying to play outrageous shots, but at the beginning of the innings it's important to have the composure, and staying stationary is key in watching the cricket ball properly. Beaten outside the off stump, trying to whack it through the onside. So it's composure, balance at the crease, and then you make that decision of hitting the gaps.
We've hardly seen players relying more on the ground shots in this tournament, playing along the ground, finding the gaps, playing along the V. The pattern of play is step out, give the charge, and play across the line.
Mikhail, also the concentration routines as he takes another single. When you play regularly, when you practice regularly, you develop the timing right, when to focus, when to go for the fierce focus, when to go for fine focus, and when to just switch your mind off. It's a fast format. You need to be spot on, watching every ball carefully and staying in absolute present moment. It requires a lot of training.
Oh, he gives that a wild hike over mid-wicket, picked up from the pads, and he's dispatched that. That should release some pressure and bring about some cheer in the dugout as well.
Well, Vinith is concentrating all right onto the pads. And angle also half volley on the leg stump. Swivel and smashed over the boundary for a 6. Beautifully timed stroke from him. His first six in the innings.
He picked that up very well. He was seeing it very late at the same time. Much better in length, just taking the pace off it. This could be close. Does not quite collect it.
Tells us about how he's playing, watching the ball onto the bat. He's staying stationary at the crease. Not much of movement. not trying to manufacture too many shots, and just looking for the angles that he can generate or deliveries coming at him in the areas where he feels comfortable of putting those deliveries away to the boundary. What a great start in the batting department for the team Baawan. After winning the toss and batting first, they are 25 for 3, struggling in the batting department.
The restrictions have been lifted. Power play done and dusted. 25 runs is what they've managed. Baawan, 3 wickets is what Masters have been able to account for. So it's been a good start for the bowling side.
Good attendance as well on this fantastic Friday evening here at this historic venue, Asian Town Cricket Stadium, located on the outskirts of the city, not far away from the industrial areas, and getting the holiday and hence getting the opportunity to relish the game of cricket under lights here.
Oh yes, wonderful people out here, amenities, sprawling facility, great outfield, good pitch to play on, and the quality of cricket taking centre stage as Tabriz continues. 6 wickets for him in the tournament, a wicket in the last over. He'll be eager to add a few more to his kitty.
He has the luxury of spreading the field now. So they got men at the long off, men at the square position on the onside, and they got men at the point and third man on the boundary.
Once again getting that ball. Oh, has he castled him? He has. Has he played on? Tabriz continues to strike. His accuracy once again creating the downfall for the batting side.
Deception, accuracy, control and execution. Masterclass from Tabriz. Look the way he runs into bowl, and they're just trying to work through the onside, just getting the inside edge and dragging it onto the stumps. Tabriz strikes again. Second wicket for him tonight. It's 25 for 4.
One good thing that Tabriz has been doing time and again is that pitch the ball on that right length, that uncomfortable length for the batters we talk. Once again in 2 minds, Vineet, go forward, play back. He departs for 8. And Tabriz's accuracy, as you mentioned, control and his consistency in pitching it at the right areas has been rewarded.
Also reading of the batsman, whether he's moving forward or not. His reading has been spot on, and his execution of deliveries absolutely spot on. It's 25 for 4, second wicket for Tabriz tonight. And out comes the captain of the side.
Usman makes his way to the middle with his team placed in a precarious situation. 4 wickets gone, only 25 on the board. They've not yet registered a win in the tournament, and Masters are eyeing that top spot in their group.
The captain was talking about getting to 120 in the first innings, batting first. It does not look like from the way it is visible at the moment. 25 for 4.
What a tournament Tabriz is having. 7 wickets for him. Almost 8 over there. Once again, it's that line and length. Very tentative. The batter Usman.
Teaching, frustrating. Does not have much pace, but very deceptive with his action. Attacking the stumps and getting his bat down in nick of time. This has been brilliant bowling already from Tabriz. Getting boundary of his bowling will be some feat.
It's important. You bowl to your field, and Tabriz this evening has done that with great precision. What he really likes doing is draw the batsman forward, which he's done consistently as well. We've not seen him bowl the away going delivery. It's all coming into the right-handed batter as of now.
As he fancies his chances of getting the batters out. LBW and bowl this time. Full delivery, beaten not far away from the stumps. He cannot believe it. That was only millimeters away from the off stump.
This is gentle medium pace, let me tell you. And at the moment, Baawan had just not been able to pick Tabriz.
Inspirational story in IPL as well. Praveen Tambe at the age of 48. Still active cricketer. Tabriz. Oh, another great delivery. He's pleading to the umpire. How did that miss the stumps first thing first? And was there an outside edge?
I'll tell you what Tabriz is doing very well and effectively is that he's varying his pace. This time it was slightly quicker, a yard quicker. And the batter, wonder what really denied Tabriz a wicket. Was it the height on this occasion? But Usman just not able to get down in time to play that.
An excellent over already from Tabriz. He's been able to beat the bat on numerous occasions. He's been able to take the wicket as well. Can he prize out one more wicket? 7 wickets already in this tournament.
This time goes over the infield. Will have to settle for a single. Just throwing his bat at that one.
27 for 4. Match number 18 of the QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022. This has been complete domination in the bowling department from the masters so far. Baawan struggling, going down the barrel at 27 for 4.
Nicely bowled once again. His accuracy this evening has been the highlight of the bowling performance for the Masters. Another very fine over comes to an end. Only 3 runs coming off it. 4 gone. It's 27 for 4.
An excellent figure once again from Tabriz. 2 overs, this conceding 11 runs and taking 2 wickets as well, making his presence felt with good, accurate bowling. Tabriz was man of the match in the previous match, taking 3 wickets in single over, created opportunities and also was successful in getting a couple of wickets as well in this spell, breaking the backbone of Baawan. Batting lineup, top order back in the hut with the scorecard reading 28 for 4.
The pitch has played very different on different times of the day. Last evening we saw low scores. This evening 129 by Bangla Tigers, and at the moment once again Baawan struggling to get the boundaries as spin is introduced. Rahatullah to bowl from the Qatar cricket end.
Will this give some liberty to the batters to work with? He starts with a wide.
Great opportunity for the batters to accelerate. They lose a wicket or 2 here, and they are back in that hut once again.
Few boundaries will bring them out of the jail. This time looking to play it across the line. Appeal for LBW. Not a bad appeal, though he was down the pitch.
You run the risk of playing into the hands of the umpire if you play across the line. On this occasion, though, very lucky.
Maybe drifting down the leg side. Or is that the impact outside the off stump?
Gives that a wild swing once again. Rahat is taking the pace off it. And Usman is not quite enjoying that pace on the ball that's coming onto him.
Rahat thinks the candidate for LBW or bowled. It got sweeper on the offside on the boundary. And he's beaten again.
We have seen as many as 3 to 4 cross-batted shots in the middle by Usman. He's not middled even one. Don't be surprised if that's wicket number 5 in the making at the moment.
Can he get a flipper? A quicker delivery right, skidding off the surface and
into the pads, Devender.
Yeah, that should be the focus. Can he execute one? Again, slow through the air.
Very lucky not to be given a wide. Usman is still giving that cheeky stare to the umpire. He should get back to scoring runs with the bat at the moment.
Can he take a wicket? Hoiked away, it's gone high up in the air, and this will be taken. The catch is taken by Kadir, and wicket number 5, Rahatullah, finally successful in enticing the top edge from the batter. Really struggled at the crease against his bowling.
It was coming. That's a nothing shot once again. Gets a leading edge. And look at the scoreboard. Baawan 30 for 5. Half the batters in the dugout. In no control whatsoever. Gave that a wild swing only to be caught inside the 30-yard circle. Baawan hasn't come with a plan. And at the moment, they are falling apart.
Good attendance tonight here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. A lot of support they're receiving in this holy month of Ramadan.
They've been kept quiet for a while, the crowd. They're hoping that something turns up, a meteor turns up into the stands.
They've seen plenty of boundaries in earlier today. A fine innings from Kabir as well.
How pleasantly the ball was leaving the bat of Kabir this evening. He made 6 hitting look so easy and comfortable. But at the moment, forget about the sixes, even the boundaries are not coming from the bats of Baawan. Usher makes his way to the middle. This is the final league game for the Baawan side. They'll want to end on a high. But at the moment, they're telling Masters, don't worry, we'll help you get through to the top 2.
30 for 5. Really struggle in batting department for the team Baawan. Match number 18 of the competition. Asar, new batsman at the crease. Shoaib is batting on 1. Asar has the strike. Wants a run hesitation. That's been the story so far in this contest for the team Baawan batters. 30 for 5 after 5 overs. Symbolic performance in the batting department so far. Baawan winning the toss and batting first. Struggling big time. A batting collapse at the top of the order. 30 for 5. Mikhail goes for a hydration break and his position is taken by Raja Anjum in the commentary box. This has been great bowling performance or poor batting performance from the Baawan?
I think to say it's been a really poor performance with the bat by Baawan would be an understatement. They've given it away, showing no intent whatsoever. Just going nowhere at all with this innings at the moment, as Master CC have completely dominated this game so far. That sharp piece of work there by the keeper. The batsman just lifting his back leg just for a touch second, and that's all the keeper needed. Whip the bails off in a flush.
A dramatic start to the over. Ball drifting and missing the leg stump on that occasion. Wide signal by the umpire, but brilliant piece of fielding. Wicketkeeper up to the task in removing the bails from the position he was in. It's been a brilliant effort from him. Waqas gets the wicket, but basically it was a wicketkeeper's wicket.
That was great presence of mind shown by the wicketkeeper on that occasion, Faisal Muhammad. Just waiting for the batsman to lift his back leg and timing that stumping to perfection.
Also, the roles of the wicketkeepers have changed over the years, over the period. Now they think about that training of getting as quickly as possible. Captain walks to the crease. Ibrahim, 2 wickets and 6 runs. Not inspiring figures from him as a captain for the team. 31 for 6. Over the years, the roles of the keepers have also changed.
I think a lot of work goes into those wrists, particularly in the gym. It's not all about the arms. You've got to have fast wrists to be able to whip the bails off in a flash. And that comes with a lot of workout in the gym. On that occasion, that looks to be sliding down, perhaps. Shake of the head by the umpire will have another look at that shot once again. Yeah, clearly drifting down leg side. Good decision by the umpire.
Good decision. So I'm going for a whack through the onside. There will be single. Ibrahim will open his account with this single. Also looking at the performances of the keepers, not only behind the stumps, having good technique to collect the ball, ability to keep wickets on deteriorating surfaces. At the same time, level of concentration that is required to sustain it for the longer period of time. For some keepers, if you're playing the test match cricket for 3-4 days on flat wickets.
Yeah, definitely requires lots of fitness, technique, as you rightly pointed out, and also we've seen over the years that the helmets have been introduced, and the wicket keepers have been using them regularly behind the stumps. One of the reasons. Get back to that after this bowl. This time he's pulled it away, and he's found the gap as well. A much welcome boundary here for Baawan. They'd had a bit of a dry period, but they break the shackles on that occasion.
Shot and picking the length early, rocking back and hammering it over mid-wicket for 4. Talking about wearing the helmets, a couple of keepers suffered as well by not having that helmets on. Sabah Karim of the bowling of Anil Kumble in Bangladesh, and also Mark Boucher playing exhibition match, or rather the county match, practice match, and losing his eye in the process. Mark Boucher, 999 dismissals.
That was a big blow for South Africa, losing one of their prime wicket keepers to a ball nastily bouncing off the wicket and hitting him close to the eye. And this time there's another big appeal. The fingers being raised, and they're falling like a house on fire here tonight.
Introduction of spin and spinners getting wickets. Straight ball, looking to play it across the line, was found in front. Good call by the umpire.
Another thing that's happened over the years, Devinder, is wicket keepers keeping up to the medium pace, and even sometimes faster bowlers. And some faster bowlers would take it as an offence if a wicket keeper walks up. But with so much T20 and limited overs cricket being played around the world, you see keepers coming up to the stumps, preventing the batsman from using their feet.
36 for 7, Baawan, after winning the toss and batting first. Very, very poor performance in the batting department. Under lights here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium in Doha, Qatar. Match number 18 of the competition. And they're going at no rate at the moment. 36 for 7 in these 6 overs. Waqas getting wicket number 2nd in this over as well. 2 wickets already from this over from Waqas.
Yeah, it's been a complete surrender tonight by Baawan CC, as their skipper is out there fighting it out. They still have 4 more overs to go. Remember, it's T10 cricket, so a couple of good overs, couple of towering overs can still change the complexion of this game.
Into second over, 37 for 7. Still the field is spread through the onside. Men at the square leg and mid-wicket long on the onside. Knocks it down the ground for a single.
Rahat, by the way, is also one of the most recognized talents.
Also coming back to wicket keepers, the change in their roles as well, from pure wicket keeper to batting all-rounder. Ability to bat, that's too high up in the batting order, looking to whack it through the onside, once again playing across the line, and good intelligent bowling from Rahatullah, taking another wicket here. 8 wickets down now for 38.
Rahat, talking about Rahat, he takes after a lot, takes after Yasir Shah, And the other day when I was having a word with him, he mentioned how he was picked up by Rashid Latif to represent the UAE team.
Another fine wicketkeeper from Pakistan. 38 for 8. Ibrahim, the captain, goes for 2.
Yeah, bowling full and straight. And that's been the norm of the game, especially in this day and age. We've got lots of spinners, lots of leg spinners, Devinder, who don't really spin the ball but try to bowl it at a flatter trajectory with as much pace as they could.
And they've been successful as well.
I'm still a bit old school with that.
Yeah, it's about belief in your methods. Like the likes of Shane Warne, they never bowled quicker deliveries, flatter deliveries. Only as a variation they bowled. At least 4 out of 6 deliveries were the leg spinners. And that's why they had tremendous careers as spinners as well.
Leg spinners are aggressive options, in my opinion. You've got to give the ball a bit of flight, as far as I'm concerned. Allow that ball to spin. Having said that, there aren't many who are able to spin the ball as well as the likes of Shane Warne and even Stuart McGill. There was Mushtaq Ahmed from Pakistan, but then you had the likes of Anil Kumble and Shahid Afridi, who wouldn't spin the ball as much, but they would be quicker through the air.
Still, they got the likes of Jumper, Adam Jumper. This time knocks the ball down the ground to take a single here. Can they survive the full court of 10 overs?
That's a question everyone is awaiting the answer to, rather. And on that occasion, you saw the bowler just bowling that delivery from behind that front crease, and this could be close. Should be a run out, I think. Yes, the finger's gone up.
Well, 8 wickets down. Was there a need to go back for the second if they are contemplating about playing the full court of 10 overs? Good aggressive approach from the fielder, picking up and hurling it. Wicketkeeper getting into decent position and breaking the stumps before the batsman could arrive to the safety of the crease. It was touch and go, but the umpire was in the best possible position to make his judgment, and his judgment is it's a wicket, it's out, it's 41 for 9.
Yeah, can't help but say, but this is absolutely ordinary from the Baawan CC batsman. There was never a second on. No way in the world he would have been able to make it there. I can understand if that ball went on either side of the fielder because it wasn't played with a lot of force. But that ball was going straight into the hands of that fielder at the sweeper position, and yet they decided to take him on. Another sign of a bit of anxiety, perhaps. The runs had dried up, so they were probably trying to push their case for a bigger target.
Yeah, the talk was about getting to 110 from the captain. But from this position, it looks like getting to 50 will be some kind of achievement. Bowlers were spot on. 1 for 15 in 2 overs from Kadir and 2 for 11 from Tabriz. Once again amongst the wickets, and 2 wickets for Rahat Ullah. 2 for 7 in 2 overs and 2 wickets for 6 in single over from Waqas Ullah Khan.
Rahat Ullah, by the way, didn't get to bowl in the first 2 games. The first game he's played here is bowled extremely well, and it gives the Masters CC team another option in the bowling department.
Ooredoo presents QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022, match number 18. It's Baawan 11 taking on the team Masters Cricket Club, and batting first Baawan, 42 for 9. Abysmal batting performance. This time he works the ball away on the onside and will collect a single.
Yeah, they've got to need to get their heads down and try to play out these 10 overs at least to get a respectable total on the board. At the moment, they are in an embarrassing situation. I can't help but say that.
Was
And
the
that looks quite close, and he's been given out, and they've been bundled out for 43. The batsman probably hoping that there was a DRS in place, but there isn't one, unfortunately, so he will have to make that long way back to the pavilion, staying on the back foot, allowing that straighter one to come through, wrapped on the pads and on your bike, mate.
Only the question for the umpire was that going over the top of the stumps? Skidding and rising delivery, but umpire thought it was going on to hit the stumps. 43 all out in 7.2 overs. An embarrassing batting performance. It's not that it hasn't happened before in the history of the game. We have seen teams getting out for 36 in Test match cricket as well. Of late against Australia, India, no man but 8 of 6. 8 of 6 from the blade of Vinith Vijayan. 1, 4, 5, 1, 0, 2, 3, 2, 0. No better getting into double figure, and neither the Mr. Extras. 43 for 10, all out. Baawan 11 winning the toss and batting first. All the bowlers chipping in with wickets in their wicket column. 1 wicket for Kadir for 15, 2 for 11 in 2 overs for Tabrez Mohammed, once again continuing with the tremendous performance that he gave the other day. 2 for 7 in 2 overs for Rahatullah Malik, and 3 wickets for 7 runs for Waqas Ullah Khan. So complete dominance in the bowling department. And in the batting department, they brought few changes, brought few new players in the side, but they could not rise to the expectation of the captain and team management. All out for 43 in 7.2 overs.
Yeah, those numbers tell you a story there. They are completely in sync.
Not
with
many
the
boundaries
skill.
hit, but there were few.
Yeah, that first boundary in the innings through the offside, creamed it for 4. That's how they started things off in this innings, and this time it wasn't a conventional shot once again, way away from the pitch of that delivery, but somehow managed to get it through covers for 4. On that occasion he was able to pull that ball through to the mid-wicket boundary for the 3rd boundary of the innings, if I'm not mistaken, but overall it was a pedestrian display by Baawan CC, as they failed to make much of an impact in this game. This was a smashing hit over the square leg fielder for a 6. As we are now ready to look at the fall of wickets in this innings, quite a few of them fell, of course. The first one trying to hit that ball way over the mid-wicket boundary, couldn't quite get the distance, had the height. The man at the deep square leg boundary, the deep mid-wicket boundary rather, obliged. And the second wicket coming with the ball going through the batsman's attacking shots. And as we see, there was another run out. We've had quite a few of those in this tournament. It just keeps adding to the tally. On that occasion, you see the batsman staying back to a fuller delivery, and the ball went through his defences. And there you see a ball lobbing up, trying to hit it across the line, coming off the top edge, and thank you very much, says the fielder. That was a sharp piece of work by the keeper. I thought that was the best of the lot. Just had a fraction of a second to react, the keeper on that occasion, and how well did he do the honours. Waqas getting the ball to go straight on, kept bowling that line and length outside the off stump, another LBW. The captain was out there, but he wasn't out there for long. Ibrahim had one going right through his defences and castled his middle stump. As we look at that dismissal again, it was rather the off stump that it took. And this was the last one of the dismissal, I think, or one no, the second last dismissal, I beg your pardon, the penultimate one. I ran out a needless run there, going back for the second and losing his wicket in the process. Waqas continued to bowl that line flatter and on that middle and off stump, going through and hitting the pads as signalling the end of that abysmal display by Baawan CC. Well, it's Baawan versus Master CC. Baawan being bowled out for a score that they wouldn't be very proud of after winning the toss and batting first. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the chase.
Good evening, everyone, and very warm welcome to Asian Town Cricket Stadium. It's Baawan taking on the team Masters Cricket Club. A disappointing batting performance from the Baawan team, all out for meager 43 in 7.2 overs. No batters, neither the extra, getting to double figures mark. So it's been a symbolic performance in the batting department. Single digits 881451023220, all out for 43. Will require miraculous work in the bowling department to defend this total. Bowlers were spot on. 1, 2, 2 and 3 wickets respectively coming in from Qadir, Tabrij, Rahatullah Malik and Waqas Ullah Khan. They used 4 bowlers and they delivered home a complete performance in the bowling department. And that's what we're working on at the moment with negative net run rate of minus 2.95 in Group B, languishing at the bottom of the table in Group B. And Masters Cricket Club, if they win it convincingly, which they should be able to, they will qualify for the quarterfinals and eliminating selects in the process as well. In the commentary box, I'm Devendra. With me is Raja Anjum.
Right, so we are all in readiness for this chase, and it shouldn't take the Master CC batsman too long to chase this one down, by the looks of things.
Asram, 3 matches, 2 runs and 3 wickets. He's been taking wickets for the team. That's a good news. But can he take early wicket in the first over? They need plenty of wickets. Wickets in a heap. They got slip in position. Captain is there, operating from the slip region, from the QCA end. Right arm over the stumps to left-hand batsman. And this time he's beaten outside the off stump to a delivery which was moving away from him, and wide signal by the umpire.
I think that was a harsh call by the umpire, marginally missing that outstretched bat of the batsman and not too far away from the stumps.
Sweeper on the offside, on the boundary, slip in position. Third man up in the circle, man at the point position on the offside, man at extra cover, mid-off, mid-on, man at the mid-wicket position on the boundary, and men at the fine leg on the onside. There is a huge gap between deep mid wicket and men at the fine leg up in the circle through the onside. As Asher runs into ball to left-hand batsman, this time on the leg stump, trying to work it fine. It's got some connection. It's going away towards the boundary. Long chase from the fielder, and it might just trickle into the boundary. It's gone for 4.
Yeah, there's no signal from the umpire, so it came off the bat, just helping it on its way, was drifted onto his pads, and all he had to do was get a little tickle, and away it went for the first boundary of this innings.
Leg glance has been an exhilarating stroke to witness from Ranjit Singh ji to Gudumpa Vishwanath and some legendary players from the past as well. Jahir Abbas.
Mohammad Azharuddin.
Even Sachin Tendulkar opening his account against Pakistan at Multan in that historic series. India versus Pakistan started with a leg glance, scoring 190 for this time. Turned away on the onside. And the field from the short fine leg region will do a little bit of work here, and then batters will have the opportunity to come back for the second.
Another batsman who was quite strong playing those wristy flicks was Graham Smith from South Africa, the South African captain, along with Salman Butt from Pakistan. Two players I thought were purely based on wrist work, particularly strong on the onside.
VVS Lakshman, brilliant player all around the wicket. Wristy, those flicks, those drives through the covers, those depths down to third man, those historic innings against Australia and Australia on bouncy pitches. And this time around, still persisting with the same field. Here is Asher, none for 7 into his first over, coming in to bowl to left-hand batsman. This time he gets the ball down the leg side. This will be another wide.
Often the coaches will tell you, use your arms more when you're playing those shots than your wrists, simply because you bring more power through your arms. But we have exceptions, as we've just mentioned the names of some of the players who were extremely strong in their wrists. Not the most conventional way of playing the game of cricket, but there are people who have extraordinary ability and ability to use their wrists.
Under lights here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Right arm over the stumps, passes the umpire and bowls. This time he's beaten outside the stump. Has he taken the catch? Just spilling that ball. That was an opportunity at the slip position.
Yeah, I think that was a regulation chance and should have been taken. It was the captain there on the first slip, coming straight to him regularly, but he was late to react, and that ball going through him, and the chance goes begging.
Great opportunity created. Angle away from the left-hand batsman. Age found the ball traveled to the fielder as well. Now right-handed batsman Murad Ali is on a strike with a slip. Man at the short third man. Now he's going at the third man position on the boundary as well. Man at the backward point. Cover point, extra cover and mid-off on the offside. Plenty of fieldsmen in that offside region. And they got a square leg up in the circle. And there is no fine leg at the moment. So that's the opportunity for bowler to just keep it away from the right-hand batsman.
And we see we've got a third man in place. And it seems like Asher is going to bowl it full and slightly wide, this time within the line of the stumps. There is a deep long on in place as well, so they probably think Murad is going to launch one through that region, and there might be an opportunity for a catch.
Without much of effort, 9 already on the board. They require another 35 runs to win from 9.2 overs at the rate of 3.75 runs per over. They bat in even in test match format way, they can still get to the total. More changes inflicted on the onside now, as they got mid-wicket, who is stationed on the edge of the 30-yard circle on the onside. And here is Asher. Runs into ball to Murad, and Murad is getting ball outside. The upper is pushing it through the offside. Chance for run out. There's a fumble, and there is a single eventually completed.
It would have been interesting had he picked that ball up cleanly. The man at short cover. And the umpire in the meantime is warning the bowler doesn't want him to run in the center of the pitch, and that's because he wants to make sure that this wicket stays intact and there are cracks in the middle of the pitch that he doesn't want the bowlers to open with their foot movement.
17 matches already have taken place on this wicket. Here is left-hand batter on strike now, Adnan. Ashar from over the stumps to Adnan, and Adnan is forward and he's pushing the ball away through the offside. Man from the cover region goes in, picks up the ball, and it's a single taken. Intelligent batting from a right and left-hand combination. If you talk about right and left-hand combination in the history of the game, Tendulkar Dravid, Saeed Anwar and Shahid Afridi, Adnan Shef and Murad Ali Khan, Sanat Jayasuriya and Ramesh Kalwitrana, Graham Smith and Herschel Gibbs for South Africa, Gary Kirsten and Herschel Gibbs as well.
Devendra, do you bat left-handed or right-handed?
I'm a right-handed number 10 batsman.
Shame we can't have an opening partnership then.
But I open the bowling. That's the situation. 11 coming from the first over without much of effort. Just pushing the ball into the gap and taking those singles and twos and getting boundary in the process as well.
Some great names there that you just mentioned, going down the memory lane. People we've all looked up to as the legends of the game, people who are admired all throughout the world as superstars of the world.
Also, Bill Christian Slater, Matthew Hayden and Michael Slater at the top of the order for Australia.
Particularly in test matches.
And left arm over the stumps to left-hand batsman. This time he plays it upwardly straight to the man. The catch is taken at extra cover. And quite a celebration from the bowler, looking to hit it on the rise. A straightforward catch taken.
For a moment, I thought the bowler was going to do a moonsault. Well, that wasn't the case. A bit ambitious from our side, but it was a loose dismissal. The ball was there to be hit. No force behind that shot, and it was played straight into the hands of the fielder as the Master CC lose their first wicket for 11. It's 11 for 1 after 1.1.
Adnan goes for 8, caught by Faizan off the bowling of Tahir. Tahir is striking of the very first delivery from the industrial street end. (11 for 1). They need a miraculous performance in the bowling department. Tahir has struck of the very first delivery. Can he deliver a sensational spell here? Spell of fast bowling here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium to turn the tide for the side. Looks like Masters placed, perfectly placed at the moment. 11 for 1, and Kadir has come out to bat. Has taken 2 wickets as well. Hasn't got many runs with the bat in hand. Great opportunity to get some time out in the middle before they play the quarterfinals.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's time for him to get back into form. He won't really get a better opportunity than this to do that.
Flags erect, not much of breeze here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Under lights from the industrial street end. Lights flickering in the backdrop as Tahir runs into bowl to Kadir, and Kadir gets the ball outside the up stump, looking to whack it through the onside. Was taken by surprise with that sudden bounce.
Yeah, that ball viciously bouncing of length, and he's not wearing an elbow guard, so for a moment I thought he was in some trouble there. Just got a bit worried for him, but he seems all right.
Wicket and 2 dot balls and a little bit of extra bounce. Can he take a wicket here? One more wicket from this over. Runs into bowl to right-hand batsman, and this time he pushes the ball back to the bowler and not quite collecting it, and men from the mid-off position is walking across and preventing any thought of going for a single.
Come on, Tahir. We need to see another wicket. We want to see him get another wicket here because we might be in for another flip.
Yeah, a couple of wicket maidens already bowled in this tournament, and here he goes again. And it's a dot ball again.
He's right on the money this over. Taken a wicket and no runs being scored so far. So just what the doctor ordered as far as the Baawan CC is concerned.
Is he going to bowl a dot ball here, or will there be wicket or boundary? Here is Tahir, runs into bowl to right-hand batsman. This time goes with a squarish shot. That's a good shot. He gets it into the gap. Long chase for the fielder, and the ball will race away to the boundary for 4. An excellent stroke. It's drawing forward and then hitting it from the center of the blade, and the placement was immaculate.
Oh, is that the shot of the tournament that we've just witnessed there? Leaning forward, on his knees, head moving forward, and then majestically hitting between the gap for a boundary.
A majestic stroke through the offside in front of the score on the boundary. So we were talking about wicket maiden. It finishes with 4 for 1, boundary of the last ball of Tahir's over. It's 15 for 1 after 2 overs, and they still require 29 runs to win at the required rate of 3.62 runs per over.
And when there isn't a prettier sight in cricket than watching a cover drive being executed perfectly, and on that occasion it was personified to perfection.
Ooredoo presents QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022, connecting the world. Excellent network here in Qatar as well, in the outskirts of the city as well. Excellent Wi-Fi facilities.
Ooredoo, wherever you want, whenever you want.
You have more experience of using Ooredoo facilities.
Yes, I use nothing but Ooredoo for my telecommunicating needs.
Murad Ali is on 1. Usher conceding runs in the first over. Can he strike from the QCA end? And H, and over the top of the keeper and down to the third man. Boundary, there will be a couple of runs.
Once again, a chance goes a begging. He flashed and flashed hard at that one, but it came at a catchable height there for the keeper. He was probably too far in. Just lifting his hand up, but it was all too little too late in the end.
Good attendance today evening here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Flags erect as captain wants to push the fielder back at the mid-off position on the edge of the 30-yard circle. Slip has been removed. Third man has been sent back on the boundary. And here is Usher into bowl to Murad Ali. And Murad is forward and now looking to whack it through the onside. He is beaten again with that extra bounce.
Yeah, from time and again we see that extra bounce. The ball misbehaving of the surface as the bowler has a word with the batsman. That's great to see. It's all being played in good spirit. He's probably asking him how he found the swing on that occasion and the bounce.
He's concentrating on that shot of good length region on the 4th stump. And he's been getting a lot of reward from the surface as well. Natural variation, little bit of extra bounce as well. The bounce, not a problem as far as the nature of the surface is concerned, but it has been problematic for the batters. Again, a chain of field spent through the offside. Extra cover in position, cover point, man at cover. And here is Usher into bowl to Murad. And Murad is again beaten trying to play a whacking stroke through the onside. Was too far outside the up stump.
Yeah, an attempt to break that chain. Wasn't quite able to get the timing right on that occasion. A slower delivery it was by Usher after he bowled that peach last ball.
Not the tallest man on the park. Usher is getting good bounce from the surface. And Murad is struggling to make a connection. 3 of 5. As he waits for the next ball. Bat raised. He shuffles back and this time he pulls it away. Not quite making the connection with no fine leg in place. Wide signal by the umpire.
Yeah, it was there to be hit, but wasn't able to make a contact. Was Murad Ali as it goes through to the keeper for 4. There was nobody patrolling that area at that fine leg region, so any kind of a connection, and it would have been 4 more to Master CC.
He receives a communication from his partner Kadir. He's batting without a helmet against the medium pace from the QCA end. Here goes Ashar, passes the umpire and bowls, and this time he gets a short ball and pulls it away straight to the man at square leg region inside the 30-yard circle. Not quite getting it from the center of the plate. Couldn't get that finer. A little bit of deflection might have taken down to the third man, or rather the fine leg boundary for 4.
Yeah, a couple of meters away from that fielder, and that ball would have fairly raced away for a boundary, because again, there was nobody at that sweeper position on the leg side.
Goes into bold right and batsman this time going for the cut shot. Is beaten again. It's wide again. Just a change in field. The man at the mid-off position has been sent on the boundary on the offside. The third man is coming inside the circle, and batsman waiting for opportunity. This has been really struggle for Murad Ali in this over. Can he find a boundary? Here goes Ashar from over the stumps, and is trying to hammer it through the down the ground, but not quite making the connection. Is beaten.
Well, more signs of how this wicket is slowing down further. Again, there's a bit of chat between the bowler and the batsman, a bit of sledging going on out there in the middle. It's really good to see. We need that as part of the game, as long as it's done obviously in good spirit, and if it avoids...
I think he's found some area outside the off stump. The loosening of the top layer of the wicket as well. The amount of cricket that's been played on this particular surface, maintaining the moisture content and also the rolling the wicket in the process. It's a natural deterioration that is assisting the fast bowler. Can he take a wicket here? Ashar from over the stumps into bowl to Murad, and Murad is looking to whack it through the onside. He's made some connection. The fielder is after it. Bowl is going to win the race. It's gone for 4.
Oh, he's in his ears now, is the batsman, isn't he? He's having a word with him again and telling him how he liked that shot. So it's great to see. There's a bit of a battle, individual battle going on between these two players. It's still a battle. Nobody has won it yet. A few good deliveries outside the off stump. Beaton was the batsman, then a good shot through the onside. So it's old a tie at the moment. Even Stevens.
That was a poor delivery, conceding 19 in his 2 overs. Ashar pitched up delivery on the leg stump with no fine leg in place. That was a cardinal error from bowling perspective, and it was taken care of by the batter eventually. 23 for 1. Masters Cricket Club in the chase, and 43 for 10.
Yeah, Master CC have engineered those buildings more economically than their counterparts.
Usman has been given the responsibility to bowl from the industrial street end. 3 matches, 2 wickets so far in this competition, the QCA T10 Ramadan Cup, being presented by Ooredoo and powered by Elite Sports.
Yeah, they've all come together here and made this happen. For the people of Qatar and for all these wonderful upcoming cricketers. Wide outside the off stump as he got it through the gap. A diving effort there by the fielder at covers. He certainly saved a couple here.
And couple taken in the process. Got just 1 man outside the 30-yard circle on the offside, and there is no one on the onside. So they're sending the fieldsmen at the fine leg now on the boundary. Third man on the boundary, 2 men outside the 30-yard circle. This is the over number 4th. Not contemplating about having more number of fieldsmen outside the 30-yard circle. That's allowed. That's the luxury that the captain has. But he's searching for wickets. And here is Usman from the Industrialist T10. Right arm over the stumps. And this time it's been drilled back, but straight to the man at mid-on. He walks to his left-hand side. Ibrahim, the captain of the side.
Usman bowling the 4th over of this innings. Their side has got their backs behind against the wall, and this time slashed away over point. There is protection down there on the boundary, though, so just a single.
26 for 1, scoring at the rate of 7.43. They require another 18 runs to win from 6.3. How quickly they can finish this one off? Should be thinking about finishing it as quickly as possible in order to qualify for the playoffs. And here he goes again. Usman into bowl to Murad Ali, who has been struggling. This time he whacks the ball down the ground. A powerful strike with mid-off up in the circle. The ball will travel all the way to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, up and over the inner ring. That fielder at mid-off just watching that ball sail over his head. And this is exactly what we were talking about. The need to finish it as quickly as possible just to give that net run rate a bit of boost that it so desperately requires.
Now a reactionary change in the field. The man from mid-off position goes to the long off position on the offside. They got long on in place as well. And here is Usman again into bowl to Murad Ali. And Murad is smacking the ball straight down the ground. A powerful stroke attempted. Good effort from the fieldsman, but not quite cut it off. It's gone for 4 back-to-back boundaries. One just lifting it over the top of mid-off, and this one is straight down the ground. Drilled it down the ground to a pitched-up delivery.
Well, he certainly found a liking for that area straight down the ground. 2 balls in his zone, pitch around that good length spot, and both drilled in exactly the same direction.
Runs coming thick and fast now. Back-to-back boundaries, 34 for 1, 10 to win. Here goes Usman for one more time. Short ball and trying to pull it away through the onside. Getting the top part of the bat in the process of execution of that shot. Man from the mid-wicket region will come across, and that will not allow the batter to get more than single, but he will have the strike. 4 overs gone. It's 35 for 1.
Yeah, I think Usman would consider himself extremely lucky to get away with that last ball. As we look at the bowling figures, Tahir Mubarak has been the pick of the bowlers so far. 1 over for 4, picking up a wicket. Usman Khan has been slightly on the expensive side, giving away 12 runs in his 1 over. Ashar Mahmood has bowled 2 overs for 19, going at 9.50 per over. But the problem has been that wickets column, in my opinion. Defending a total as low as this one, you need to be able to pick up wickets up front. That hasn't been the case, I'm afraid.
Gorgeous view of the ground here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Lights on, less green outfield and tricky surface. Lights on in the backdrop as well, flickering through, making it a delightful sight here from the commentary box as we witness Ibrahim, the captain of the side, into the attack from the QCA end.
And what can Ibrahim do here? Can he pick up a couple of wickets to spark a bit of life in this otherwise quite sedate performance by Baawan CC?
Murad Ali is betting on 11 of or 16 of 11, and Khadir is betting on 7 of 8. 9 to win. Can they finish the game in this over? Here is Ibrahim into bowl to Murad Ali, and this time looking for that shot, and it's a hammering of a stroke off the back foot and away to the extra cover for 4. Good shot this off the back foot.
Yeah, drilled through extra cover for just waiting on that one and then just muscling it away watching it roll across, all across the carpet.
Man at the mid-on, up in the circle. Now he's going back on the boundary, long off on the boundary. The man from the sweeper region on the offside is coming inside the circle to plug that gap through that extra cover. And a cover, and a man at the cover point, and a point, and here he goes again. This time short ball, looking to pull it away through the onside. Not quite getting the connection. It's coming slow off the surface and hence affecting the timing of the batter, as he wanted to polarize it to the boundary, mid-wicket boundary for 4.
Yeah, I think it wasn't there, that ball, to be hit off the back foot. It was almost a half volley actually, and he tried to play it off the back foot.
Is this going to be boundary ball? Here is Ibrahim into ball to Khadir, and Khadir is lifting it over the mid-wicket. It's coming here, it's coming all the way for a 6, and it's victory for the team MCC. A comprehensive performance with ball first, and then with that short delivery, just going deep in the crease and lifting it over mid-wicket for a 6. What a way to finish this match. A commanding performance with the ball first, and then getting over the line by losing just 9 wickets in 4.3 overs. Murad Ali Khan struggled for his timing initially, but eventually getting 21 of 13, and Khadir Mohammad contributing 13 of 9. It was actually a formality chasing this target, which was done quite well eventually in 4.3 overs. All the bowlers suffered when you defend this total of 44. Ashar Mahmood going for 19 in his 2 overs. Tahir Mubarak taking 1 wicket for 4. Only the wicket to fall tonight here in match number 18 of the competition. Master Cricket Club winning by 9 wickets in 4.3 overs. That's the match summary. Baawan getting all out for 43 inside 8 overs, and no batters could get into double figure. Waqas taking 3 wickets for 7, 2 wickets for 7 for Rahatullah, and Tabriz once again among the wickets, 2 for 11 is 2 overs. And Masters Cricket Club prevailing eventually, confidently and amazingly well by 9 wickets in 4.3 overs. Contribution in the batting department from Murad Ali, 21 of 13, and Khadir, 13 of 9. Tahir, the only bowler, successful bowler for the team. 1 wicket for 4 runs, and Masters Cricket Club winning by 9 wickets. And here is the highlights of some delightful boundaries in the process, and Raja Anjum is talking through the highlights.
Right, so they started off with that little glance down the leg side. It was a fine shot to get off the mark. And then a magnificent shot on one knee, driven through the covers, cover drive, one of the most prettiest shots to watch in the game. And it's still in operation even in T20 cricket. And on that occasion, once again, the ball hit away disdainfully to the boundary. Son came into the attack, but he was treated with 2 delightful boundaries straight down the ground. He took a bit of a liking for that part of the ground, drilling him straight down the ground. The first ball went there, and then the second ball got the same treatment. And the captain came into the attack, and he was treated with some disrespect as well, unfortunately, bowling short and wide and getting the treatment on the offside. As we look at the match summary, Baawan CC, we'll look at the only 6 that was hit in the innings. That was the last ball of the innings as well. The batsman going deep in the crease, waiting for that delivery and depositing it over mid-wicket for a 6. And let's also have a look at the only wicket to fall in this innings. A loose shot hit straight into the hands of cover, who obliged with a simple catch. Right, let's look at the points table. Desert Warriors have dominated this B group, winning 2 out of 2 games, and their net run rate is soaring high as well with 2.55. So they've comfortably qualified for the quarter-final stage of the Smash Master Cricket Club. I think will join them in those knockout stages of this tournament. And Master CC joining Desert Warriors, I believe, for the quarter-final stages of this tournament, and they thoroughly deserved the top 2 spots with the kind of cricket they have played. Select CC and Baawan, unfortunately, weren't quite good enough in this tournament. Select CC playing 2 games, winning 1 but losing the other 1, and their run rate doesn't look good at all at the moment, so they have a bleak chance of qualifying for the next round. It doesn't seem likely that they will, so they are technically down and out. Baawan CC are definitely down and out, playing 3 games, losing each and every one of them, and that net run rate obviously is not much to write home about. As we look at the other groups and this table, Group A, Fatim Doha sitting high and pretty, playing 2 games, winning 2, and they've got an excellent net run rate as well. Bangla Tigers today were able to spring a surprise, winning their last game of the tournament and winning it quite comprehensively as well, handsomely. And that obviously gave a real boost to their net run rate. And all of a sudden they are in for contention, and that might as well qualify for the quarterfinals of this tournament. If Sprite CC, of course, loses to Fatim Doha, and that's going to be an encounter that we all are looking forward to, for sure. Going down and looking at looking down at Group C, Star CC have starred throughout this tournament, and as a result, they're sitting high as well with 2 games, 2 wins, and looking favourites to qualify for the quarter-final stages of this tournament. Legend CC have played 2, lost 1 and won 1 with a decent net run rate, which obviously makes them contenders for the next stage of this tournament. Pak Afghan are technically down and out of this tournament. They've lost both their games and have lost them quite comprehensively. Nihal CC might have a chance to make a comeback in this tournament, but it will depend on the results of other games in this tournament. Finally, let's have a look at how things stand in Group D. Marhors, one of the favourites of this tournament, in my opinion. They've played 2 games and have had comfortable victories in each game, sitting at the top of Group D table, along with the United Challengers, who've won and lost 1 apiece. Prime Gladiators have won a game, but their abysmal net run rate means they will find it really difficult to climb up the ladder at this stage. Stallions Sports Centre are probably a side that is on its way out of this tournament by playing, as they've played 2 games and lost each. Right. So it's time now to go down to the presentation area, where we'll see the 2 captains along with the presenter.
Group B presents a very interesting scenario after Masters Cricket Club put across a very fine performance this evening to go past Baawan. All they did was they kept them to a very low score and chased it in fine style. And what it does is it again splits wide open this Group B stage for all the teams. It becomes a three-way battle now for the top two spot. Batting first, Baawan managed only 43 runs on the board, and that's where everything went haywire for them. And in the chase, it was comfortably done by Masters Cricket Club as they got home with 9 wickets to spare and 33 deliveries in hand as well. They give their net run rate a boost, and by doing so, they also give them a chance of making it into the quarterfinals. Just the right time to call upon the captain of Baawan and have a quick chat with him as well as they finish their league games and bow out of the tournament. But we'll surely get a perspective from Ibrahim, the captain of Baawan. Not an easy tournament for you, but I'm sure you've enjoyed the experience and the learning has been great.
Yeah, Bismillah. Yeah, the experience was pretty good, but you know, like the way we played our cricket over here in these conditions, I guess this tournament was a bit tough for us. And whatever we had our plans, you know, made before the match, so we were not able to execute them. So we have to work on that. So it's a good wake-up call for us as a team that, you know, this tournament, that when we, after the Ramadan, when we go back to the league cricket, so, you know, we have to work on those things, our bowling, our fielding especially. You know, we have many dropped catches and missed opportunities for the run-outs. So yeah, it's a good wake-up call for us to, you know, be back together as a team and, you know, work together and, you know, like improve our skills within all the aspects of the field.
When you were introduced to this concept of the Ooredoo Presents QCA Ramadan T10 Cup powered by Elite Sports, were you aware of the how big this event would be and how much of an exposure it'll turn out to be for you boys?
Yeah, well, for the start, we were not expecting, you know, this big in Qatar especially, you know, because it's after a long time, I guess. After 3 years or 4 years we are playing, because during the COVID time, you know, we didn't had any cricket over here in Qatar. So yeah, it's a good opportunity and it is a good initiative. I hope that it continues for the next, you know, coming years. And QCA and Ooredoo and everyone, you know, who is sponsoring this tournament, they give us the opportunity to come and play over here, so that because it's a change for us, you know, as compared to the games we play in the league cricket. So it's a very good change for us, so it's good.
So we look forward to you coming next season as well, stronger, better, more powerful as a unit.
I hope so, inshallah. We will try our best, you know, to take our times out from our work and, you know, practice more for the cricket and work on all the fields, you know, like for the batting, bowling. We had a really bad collapse today. So yeah, inshallah, next year you'll see us and we'll be stronger than this one, inshallah.
Yeah, wonderful seeing the Baawan on the field. We look forward to seeing you next year as well. Thank you for joining us this time.
Thank you so much, Mika. Take care.
Right, that was Ibrahim, the captain of Baawan. Not putting it across, they bow out, but of course with their heads held high. Just the right time to also call upon the winning captain, Qadir from Masters Cricket Club. Qadir, good win, important win, must win. You'll be delighted with this fielding and performance and bowling performance of your side.
Yeah, of course, we lost first match and then we know boys come very hard. We had a plan, you know, we believe in ourselves. I'm glad the boys win. I mean, they pulled it out 2 out of 2. That's it.
What it does is it makes a very interesting scenario right now. You finished with your league games. You've got 4 points. Now selects have another game to play. And it's an open situation. You're aware of it, right?
Yeah, exactly. We had that in the team meeting we discussed we need to win, not only win, we need to win as a run rate. We need to, keep in mind as a run rate. That's
What's the strength of your side, Masters Cricket Club? Bowling, batting, filled with all-rounders?
It's filled of all-rounder. We played with 2 spinners extra today. You saw the result. One leg spinner, one left-arm off spinner, Wakas. We played with the 2 boys and they did for us good.
You all have done exceptionally well with this 9-wicket win and 33 deliveries to spare. So that really boosts your net run rate as well. Very well done and all the very best. That was Qadir, the captain of Masters Cricket Club. What a win they've had. Just the right time to call upon Jacob Thomas as well, the managing director of Elite Sports, one of our patrons as well, to support this league and add a lot of impetus as well. Good evening, Jacob. Thank you so very much. And just the right time to also call upon the player of the match. We had quite a few contenders. Rahatullah Malik of Masters Cricket Club, 2 for 7 in his 2 overs for him, was quite a contender. We had Mohammad Tabriz as well. Time and again, he's doing a very fine job. He got a player of the match in the last game with a maiden wicket as well, this time 2 for 11. But however, this evening belonged to Waqasullah Khan from Masters Cricket Club. 3 for 7 for him. And what a fine bowling effort. It's been the bowlers who've done the job, and they dismissed Baawan to only 43 in 7 overs, and that's been the bowling effort that they've put across in a much needed match where they had to win this encounter. वकस, आपको तो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा होगा इस परफॉर्मेंस के बाद।
सब टीमों ने बहुत एफर्ट किया और बहुत अच्छा मैच हो गया, और मुराद भाई ने और राहत भाई ने, और बहुत अच्छा मैच हो गया।
आपको कदिर ने क्या कहा था जब आप बॉलिंग करने आए थे? क्या इंस्ट्रक्शन मिला था और क्या प्लान था?
कदीर ने बोला कि बस अपने माइंड से खेलना है और अपना जो है ना वो अपने वो करना है। तो इन लोगों ने भी बहुत एफर्ट किया और सब अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह।
आपके पास एक चांस है अभी क्वार्टर फाइनल्स में जाने के लिए। आपकी टीम
इंशाल्लाह
को बहुत सपोर्ट भी है, बहुत क्राउड भी आता है आपको देखने के लिए। आपको मज़ा आता होगा इस टूर्नामेंट में, कैसा लग रहा है?
हम लोग बहुत एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, सब प्लेयर जो है ना सब इकट्ठे खेल रहे हैं और सब वो एफर्ट कर रहे हैं अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। इंशाल्लाह ये फाइनल हम लोग जीतेंगे इंशाल्लाह।
आप बहुत कम शब्द बोलते हो लेकिन फील्ड में आप विकेट्स लेते हो, ये आपके कैप्टन को बहुत पसंद आएगा। Well, that was Waqasullah Khan, a man of few words, but clearly making the ball to talk in the middle and also helping his captain with all the wickets. It's been a thorough performance by the Masters Cricket Club, complete and convincing to register these 2 points. We've enjoyed bringing you all this coverage this evening. We promise to get you much more tomorrow. It's going to be a double header as well. For now, though, from all of us out here, good night and goodbye.